Hey everyone, imagine asking an AI assistant about a recent news event and it confidently cites a detailed article that does not actually exist. Or asking it about public figures and getting responses that mix real facts with completely made up details. These aren't bugs or glitches. They are what we call hallucinations in AI. And they are one of the biggest challenges when working with large language models. Let's explore why these hallucinations happen, how to spot them, and most importantly, practical techniques you can use right away to get more accurate, reliable responses. To understand why these errors happen, we have to look at how these models are built. Unlike a human who truly understands a topic, a language model works by predicting the most likely next word in a sequence based on statistical patterns. Because they are designed to be as helpful as possible, they often prioritize providing a complete, fluent answer over admitting they are unsure. When a model reaches a gap in the information it was trained on, or when it encounters an ambiguous request, it may fill in the blanks by guessing the most probable sounding response. It isn't a glitch, it's a side effect of the AI prioritizing a smooth conversation over verified truth. Now that we understand why hallucinations occur, let's explore how to spot them in practice. Think of this as developing your AI fact-checking skills. Once you know the warning signs, they become much easier to catch. Here are the key warning signs to watch for. Overly specific details. When AI model provides very specific detail, especially about recent events or statistics, this should trigger extra scrutiny. For example, if it provides exact numbers or statistics for very niche or rapidly changing events without citing a live source, that is a red flag. In these cases, the AI may be generalizing from similar historical patterns rather than reporting on the specific event you asked about. Perfect sounding citations, examples, or statistics. If you notice an answer that sounds too perfect, that's a good reason to double check the information. And believe me, the more experienced you become working with AI tools, the better you will be at spotting these too good to be true moments. You will develop an instinct for recognizing when something feels off or overly polished, and that's your cue to dig deeper, verify facts, or cross-check sources. Trust but verify. That's the golden rule when working with AI-generated content. Inconsistent answers. If you ask the same question multiple times and get different specific details each time, that's a strong indicator of hallucination. Overly definitive statements. When AI makes very definitive statements about topics that should have some uncertainty, especially regarding future events or complex topics, be cautious. Knowing why hallucinations happen and how to spot them is a great start. But how do we actually prevent them? Let's go over 4 useful strategies that will help you get more reliable, accurate responses every time. Strategy 1. Be explicit about uncertainty. Instead of asking a direct question that forces the AI to guess, give it a clear out by asking it to prioritize accuracy over completeness. For instance, instead of writing, "What were the key findings of the Johnson's report?" try this. If you have verified access to Johnson's report, please share its key findings. If you are not 100% certain about any details, please explicitly state which parts you cannot verify. Or instead of list all the companies using this technology, try this. Based on the data you were trained on, can you list verified examples of companies using this technology? Please provide the specific sources or context for each example and indicate if any of these cases are speculative rather than confirmed. Instead of what's the market size for AI chatbots right now, try this. Can you provide the most recent market size estimates for AI chatbots from reliable cited sources? Please specify the exact time period for any data you share and let me know if you don't have access to the latest figures. Notice how each revised prompt explicitly gives permission to acknowledge uncertainty and limitations. This simple change can dramatically improve the reliability of responses. Strategy 2. Demand evidence-based citations. When you ask for sources, don't just look for a list of links. AI can sometimes generate perfect-looking citations to papers or websites that don't exist. Instead, instruct the model to quote the specific sentence from the source that supports your conclusion. By forcing the AI to match its claim word to word with an existing text, you significantly reduce its ability to invent details mid-sentence. Strategy 3. Use structured output formats. Requesting structured outputs can help minimize hallucinations by forcing AI model to organize information more systematically. For example, please analyze this sales data using the following structure: verified data points, direct numbers from the document, calculated metrics, show your calculations, interpretations, clearly labeled as interpretations, and uncertainties, areas where data is unclear or missing. Strategy 4. Implement verification steps. Include verification steps directly into your prompts to enhance the accuracy and reliability of responses. For instance, you can ask, list any assumptions it made during its analysis, highlight areas where it has lower confidence or certainty. Recommend additional information that could help validate its conclusions. This approach ensures a more thorough and transparent output, making it easier to assess the quality of the response. All right, now that you have all the information on AI hallucinations, take a moment to review one of your recent prompts. How could you modify it using the strategies we've just covered? Remember, the goal isn't to eliminate hallucinations completely, but to create a workflow where they are less likely to impact your results. Please share your original and revised prompt under the Q&A section for this video. And as always, let's briefly recap the key points of this lecture. AI hallucinations happen when language models generate false but plausible sounding information. Hallucinations happen because the AI is a confident storyteller that prioritizes a smooth conversation over checking its work against a textbook or real facts. Warning signs of hallucinations include overly specific details, perfect-sounding citations, inconsistent answers, and overly definitive statements. Be explicit about uncertainty in prompts to encourage AI to acknowledge its limitations. Request citations and reasoning to verify AI outputs and identify hallucinations. Use structured output formats to minimize hallucinations, by organizing information systematically. Incorporate verification steps in prompts, such as highlighting uncertainties or listing assumptions. Alright, and that's it for this lecture, and I'll see ya in the next video.